Hi everyone, and welcome back to Effective Leadership Strategies in the Workplace. Today we're going to talk about some things, some skills, some traits, some activities that you can use as a leader that's really going to increase your impact with your team. Leaders have to shift the energy of their team. What does that mean, shifting the energy? Well, what that means is you create and you start to build a space where people are energized about what's happening on the team. And it doesn't mean functioning at 100% high energy all of the time, but it means getting people excited about being on the team, about supporting each other, about supporting you as the leader. And what does that entail? It means that you have to create a clear mission, and you have to create a space where people feel that they can add their input, add their perspectives, add their feedback. And that's what energizes people, the ability to contribute to the team. Not always being told what it is to do, but being able to contribute so that they are a part of the end result. They're a part of the success. They struggle with you as a leader if there's a misstep or if there's a challenge or a failure in the end product. They also celebrate the success with you as a leader when great things happen and when the desired end result happens. That creates energy. It creates camaraderie. It creates collaborative mind think, right? It creates support for one another and builds that energy on the team and builds and energizes that team for the next project. Another trait or another skill is the skill of collaboration. And that's not always easy, especially for someone who is used to functioning in a singular fashion, right? Collaborating means sharing. It means opening up yourself as a leader to share your ideas, to share your perspectives. And that requires risk. And some leaders aren't ready, not able, or not willing to take that risk with their teams. When you collaborate, you come fully to the table. You bring yourself fully to the table. You open up your mind, you open up your ears, you accept different viewpoints, you accept different ideas, and you sit around the table. Everyone is an equal player at that point. You welcome differing ideas and differing opinions, and you create an environment and a space that's full of respect and trust and the willingness to take a little bit of risk. There is an element of psychological safety that you have to create as a leader so people are more willing and feel safer when they come to the table to collaborate with their supervisor. So another trait is collaboration. Leaders who make an impact cultivate creativity. So that's our third trait. They cultivate creativity. What does that even mean? Well, what it means is when you throw a question out there to the group, you're accepting all answers. Even if the answer seems a little bit off base, you don't know where that's going to end. You know, with young children, we always say you're letting the process unfold, right? You're not just rewarding the end result. You're helping children to think creatively and think critically, think about how they got to that end place. The same is true for adults that work on teams and adults that you will lead as leaders. When you're bringing people to the table and you're trying to come up with something new, something innovative, something that maybe we haven't seen before, as a leader, when you cultivate creativity, you're accepting all feedback. You just want to get it out of people's heads, put it up on the board, and then ask people to tell you how they got to that particular space. The journey is the amazing part, right? So helping people to get to the place where they can articulate how they got to a specific answer, that's where the true value lies. And that's where the solution to your challenge lies. Working through the process through creative collaboration, creative discussion, creative discourse, creative communication helps to get you to the end result. And if that end result is not what you need right now, it helps to build a collaborative workspace, a safe workspace for your team to want to contribute. Leaders who make an impact promote daily progress, checking in with your team. Doesn't mean checking up on your team in terms of micromanaging. It means checking in with your team. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Not where are you in step A? Where are you in step B? That's the micromanagement part. But it really is celebrating and promoting daily progress. Having your team report back to you on where they're making progress in that journey. It helps to reiterate and helps to kind of articulate to the staff member or to your team member, I am making progress towards my end goal. Sometimes we look at the end goal and it seems so far away, and it seems so big, and it seems so insurmountable. So celebrating and promoting those daily successes, you can do it individually if that's how your team member kind of responds better, or you can do it in a small team, or you can do it in a larger group. But acknowledge, celebrate, and promote daily successes. Before you know it, you'll be at the end goal. But you're not at the end goal magically. You're at the end goal because every single day you made progress towards that goal. And then a leader that makes an impact focuses on what is right, not who is right. At the end of the day, we have to keep a very clear perspective, right? A very clear perspective on what is right. Why are we doing what we're doing? It doesn't matter the field that you're in. Why are we on this path? Why are we working toward this goal? Why do we have the team that we have? Focus on what is right. What is our mission here? Are we all in the same boat, rowing in the same direction? What is right, not who is right. Maybe one person on your team has the right solution for today. So yes, acknowledge that, celebrate that, but don't take sides. When there's a challenge, when there's difficulty, don't take sides. Understand that your ultimate goal is to help to build a collaborative, psychologically safe workspace that celebrates everyone's achievements, that pushes people to strive harder, to go further, to share more, to include each other, to create a sense of belonging and a sense of community. So let's keep that goal in mind as we focus on what is right, not who is right. We want to create a space where there's equality, but where there's also equity, where there's fairness. And sometimes that means providing different support and resources to people based on what they're already bringing to the table. Focus on what is right, not who is right. Remember as a leader that you are setting the mark. You are setting the bar. Set the bar high. We talked before about the flea story and people living up to or down to your expectations. You're always modeling that particular example. Expect for your team to exceed. Expect for your team to excel. Expect for your team to reach goals and milestones. When leaders expect for their team to do well, when they really kind of show that leadership, they model that leadership style, the team performs better. They feel safer. They're more willing to be creative. They're more willing to take risk. And that's the result of having an impactful leader. So thank you so much for joining me this week. And we look to see you next week on Effective Leadership Strategies in the Workplace.